Hello, and welcome to the Lotus Crochet Ignite Show. I'm super happy that you are here tonight. So come on in and get in where you fit in. Go ahead, tell your friends, tell your frenemies to come on in. It's a new season, and we've got every reason to ignite and take flight in every area of our life. And so listen, I've got a great show for you tonight. I've got a fabulous event coordinator. She's a speaker. She's hopefully she'll be a show host soon. I don't know. That might be some secret sauce, but don't tell her that I told you that, okay? I might get her to give you a little secret sauce during the course of the show. But anyway, I came here to let you know I've got a brand new show, a brand new season, multiple reasons for people just like you to come on board. Come on and check out the show and send and tell this message to everyone you know. Why? Because it's time for people all around the world to ignite and take flight in every area of their life, no matter what it is. If you're a singer, if you're a dancer, if you're an entrepreneur, you're just starting out, if you're a speaker, if you're an author, no matter what it is, now is your time. You don't have to wait for next year or the following year or other years to come. Now is the time for you. And guess what? I'm going to help you get through to the time for you with bringing excellent speakers on my show, like the guests that I'm going to have tonight. And I know you want to get right and tight. So go ahead and get right and tight and come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room around my table for you. And so tonight we're going to talk about an excellent topic. And I know some of you may be saying, Dr. Lotus, what are you talking about? Well, how about this? A lot of people have been through HE double hockey sticks. And sometimes it's not because of anything that they've done. Sometimes they're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, or maybe they've made a few bad choices. I know a lot of people have, but guess what? There's never too late. It's never too late to turn around. It's never too late to do something different and become the best you that you can be. And about a week or so ago, a great friend of mine, she had a wonderful event in Kansas, becoming the best you that you can be. And she had people from all over the country driving in and flying in to be a part of this amazing event. And I was one of the speakers that was supposed to be there. And unfortunately, I couldn't be there because I had to be home taking care of some family matters. But guess what? I was still able to be a part of the event because she made sure I got information. But not only did she do that, she made sure that she came here tonight to help me to keep it right and tight. And so with no further ado, I'm going to bring forth to you my guest. Check this out first. Before we bring on the guest, I'd like you to put some L's in the comment block below. Go ahead, put some L's in the comment. Give her some love, because you are going to love this lady. And so let me tell you a little bit about her before I bring her on. My guest is a speaker. She's an author. She's an event host. She's the president of Things by Bren. And she's all the way here in my studio. That's right. She's backstage. She's in the studio, all the way from Kansas, and she's coming to talk to you. So please put your virtual hands together and your virtual feet too for my guest. Her name is the amazing and remarkable Brenda Ringwood. She's the professor of change. And tonight, if you're ready for some change, hold on tight, buckle up your seat, and don't even try to move your seat or your feet, because she's going to make this show right, tight, and complete. We'll be right back. The new season of the Lotus Crochet Ignite Show, bringing you realness, authenticity, and unparalleled wisdom from top leaders, business professionals, pioneers, and everyday people. Thank you for joining us. Have a great time during the show. Hold on
to your seat and buckle up tight as one of the hottest shows on the planet kicks off its new season with great reasons to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. It's the Lotus Crochet Ignite Show. Soars to new heights. Welcome to the first guest of the season, author and speaker, Miss Brenda Ringwood. Here's a word from Brenda Ringwood.
Because my actions proved that I was not the person who was going to start that company and do well. My actions prior to that in my teenage years said something completely different about me. But we made that work. And it grew, and grew, and grew, and grew. 25 years later.
Please welcome my guest, the amazing, remarkable Brenda Ringwood. Hey, Brenda! Woo-hoo! What's going on, lady?
Man, I'm just excited to be here.
Man, I am so happy that you are here. The event in Kansas was a hit. I mean, you brought down the house. You had all kinds of speakers there. You had so much positive energy there. And it really was all to help people to become the best that they can be.
That's right. We wanted them to have that breakthrough.
Wow. So look, let's get right into it because I know people are just clamoring to find out who you are and what you do. And I shared a little bit about you. I told people that you're an amazing author, that you're a speaker, that you're an event coordinator and host, of course. And I know you got some books coming up and some other sauce that you got coming our way. But I want you to tell us a bit more about who you are, what you do, and who you serve.
Well, first and foremost, I'm a child of God and I've served my God. And I made the mistake of not doing that earlier on in my life, and it put me down a road of destruction. So I had to recoup from that. I had to change from that. I had to completely change my mindset,
Yes.
the way I thought, my actions, and my mouth and my feet needed to match.
I love it. So you not only talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
I try to, and if I can't, then I learn to keep my mouth shut.
That's funny. You're amazing. So listen, you know, I've learned about you, and I've met you in person. We've talked. We've been in the same space, and you are unequivocally a class act. And I like to bring class acts to the show. And I know you've been super busy, but you made the time to come. So what inspired you to come and talk about this powerful topic? You know, because a lot of times people don't want to talk about being the best them they can become, because if they talk about it, they've got to face the things that are not the best about them. And then figure out how to create something better. But you're tackling this and you're helping people all around the world to tackle this subject. So what brought you here to talk about it? Because it's a tough subject sometimes.
Well, what brought me here is because you're worth it. Your show and your followers are worth it. And I have learned that it's not about me. I can use the tragedy, the experience, the great things, anything about my past that's made me be who I am to help others get past what they might need to get past, because it's doable. It can happen.
Awesome. I love it. And so I see we got people chiming in already. I see we've got Ebony Saunders. How you doing? She said, good evening, my friend, watching from Kansas. We got Corey Fox out of Kansas. Corey, that's where you at. Angie in DC and so many others starting to stream in. So we're happy to have you here. So if you're just jumping on, hey, Erin Page, that's my girl.
Yes.
Erin. So if you're just jumping on, go ahead, tag a friend, tell them to come on, get in where they fit in, because tonight Brenda Ringwood is on the Lotus Crochet Ignite show, and she's gonna knock our socks off. Angela Baisden Williams, great to see you. Happy to have you here. So let's get right back into this thing. Why are you taking this on? Because it's tough. You know, it's a lot of companies out there, and they say that they're helping people be speakers. They say that they're helping people be the best them they can be, but you're actually walking the walk and talking the talk.
I went down a road in my past where my actions and my mouth didn't match. And I often talk about, does your reputation match your character, match your integrity? And I went through a time in my life where it didn't, and I don't want to be that person anymore. And it wasn't a change overnight. It was years. And I want people to know that if the things I've been through, that I've went through, you can too. And it's never too late. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter what your past is. It doesn't matter what kind of relationships you've had, what you've come out of, what your job is, where you live, what you drive. You can become a better version of yourself. And don't make it about money. Don't make it about the job. Don't make it about the house. Don't make it about the car. Make it about you and your family. And if you do that and you focus on the right things, you can change.
Wow, I love that. So basically, about people just have to really make it about themselves. You got to make it about you and not about things, because here's the thing: we can get things, but we can't get people back.
Mm-mm.
We
I
can't.
lost a lot of really good people in my life because of my actions.
So tell me, what inspired you to host the event there in Kansas? And you had a myriad of people from all over the place that came out and they spoke and they poured out love in their hearts. And then you sold a myriad of tickets online, physical people were at the event. So what inspired you to have the event? And are you going to keep having these events?
I saw there was a need, that people are hurting, and coming out of COVID and being stuck, and realizing that, wait a minute, maybe this isn't the way I want to live my life anymore. But people live in fear. They say,
Right.
I can't afford to change. I don't want to change, or I'm too comfortable to change, or what will people think if I change? All and well that they know they need to change.
Right.
And if you don't ever take that first step, you're never going to go anywhere.
Right.
So I wanted to give them the opportunity to hear some stories. And let me tell you, these speakers were phenomenal. They knocked it out of the park.
Yes.
They showed up. They did their job. Right down from the newest speaker to the most experienced, they really did. And they touched the hearts of the people there. And we gave them the experience. It wasn't just a conference. It wasn't just come and learn and take notes and leave. They got to interact with the speakers. They got
Exactly.
the breakout sessions with them. They got to interact with them during the breaks. The guys just didn't come in and do their session and leave. They stayed for the whole conference. And that was key, because they could have one-on-one conversations. And, we started this. It's a movement. It is a movement because it's needed. We started a Facebook group. That Facebook group is growing. The comments and the relationships that are being built there. We started a 10-day challenge. We were on our third one. We did 2 or 3 maybe prior to the event, and we just did one after the event. And the attendees have stepped up. People who are wanting to change their life, be better people, do better things, change their careers. They're actually stepping up and they're talking about it. And sometimes talking about it is the first step in healing.
Exactly. And I love that. And Mireille Tulakima, all the way from Australia, she's on with us tonight. Hey, Mireille, it's always great to see you. She said, focus on yourself. And that's something that you said. And that's really important, because when you focus on yourself, it's going to help you help others. But you can't, it's like being in an airplane. You got to put your mask on your face first before you can help the child in the next seat or anything like that. And here Ebony says it was awesome. It was awesome. And hey, Jill Reynolds, good to see you. She said, we missed you so much, Lois, and I missed all of you too. But you know what? As phenomenal as this young lady right here, Brenda Ringwood, is, she made sure I got to see some of the footage. She made sure if I had the time to come on, I had the link so I could come. So Brenda, hats off to you. I thank you for doing that for me. And I thank you for your prayers, and each and every one of you. Yeah. Thank you for your prayers from our family.
Part of our team.
Yeah, I love you guys. And I just want you to know that. And Mireille said, change is the constant change, is the new opportunity in our life. We must embrace it to become the best version of ourselves. And that is so true. And Corey, he says, hello, Lotus Richey, love out loud. Mwah, I love you out loud as well. And so let me ask you this, Brenda, because I saw some footage of you and all the folks that you had out there, and you guys were just snapping it up. So much love in the air. I mean, how was that for you to know that all these people came to be a part of it because they loved you, and well, because they loved the world, because you guys were giving some great stuff back?
You know, it was full of love. It was full of hugs. It was full of quality time. You know, I don't really know how to explain it. It was an experience. That's exactly what we were trying to prove. It wasn't just a conference. It was an experience. You know, like Dr. Michael Freeland says, it's not about the music, it's about the experience. And, you know, he killed it, you know, with being the DJ, but his session that he spoke on, you know, he talked about his childhood and his medical illnesses and the things that goes wrong with his life. People relate to that, you know, because we all go through things.
Of course.
And it was a time of forgiveness and love.
Wow, that's awesome. And so here's the thing. Everyone always knows that I always have some secret sauce. And so I know some of you may not have had the opportunity to get over there because life may have happened. But we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to give you guys a couple of seconds to send Brenda some love, send me some love, give us a shout out. And once we do that, I'm going to come back with some secret sauce. But right now, you've got about 30 seconds. We'll be right back. Oh yeah, baby, we got some secret sauce in here tonight with Brenda Ringwood, the host of What? Be the Best You Can Be. She's taking this around the world, and if you want to be a speaker, you need to connect with Brenda Ringwood right now. That's right, I said it.
Season of Lotus Richey Ignite Show, bringing you realness, authenticity, and unparalleled wisdom from top leaders, business professionals, pioneers, and everyday people. Thank you for joining us. Have a great time during the show. Hold on to your seat and buckle up tight as one of the hottest shows on the planet kicks off its new season with great reasons to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. It's the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. Soars to new heights. Welcome to the first guest of the season, author and speaker, Miss Brenda Ringwood. Here's a word from Brenda Ringwood.
Because my actions proved that I was not the person who was going to start that company and do well. My actions prior to that in my teenage years said something completely different about me. But we made that work. And it grew, and grew, and grew, and grew, until 5 years later.
We love Brenda. Welcome to the show. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. I am so happy that I am sitting here tonight with speaker, author, event host, and who knows, she might be making movies soon, okay? No, okay? I'm sitting here with Brenda Ringwood, and she just had a fabulous event out in Kansas, and I've got some secret sauce highlights as she hosted Becoming the Best You Can Be. Check this out. Wow, that was awesome. So
The whole event was like that.
Wow. Wow. You know, a lot of events don't start exactly that great and end that great. So for you to have that through the whole transition of the event, that was phenomenal. So here goes the question. How did you do what you did? How did you have that transition?
Well, you mean my own transition was a lot of prayer, a lot of self-discipline, a lot of listening and not talking,
Yes.
and then application.
Right.
Application. And then the event was successful because we have amazing people on our team. You
Yes.
know, I couldn't have did it without Maud Miller. I couldn't have did it without Zach. He stepped up. Zach Ollinger was helping us with the technology part of it. The speakers, you know, everybody was in alignment. Everything they spoke about resonated, you know, and nobody talked about the same thing, but it was all about the same thing, if that makes any
Yes.
sense.
Makes
And
perfect sense.
yeah. And sometimes the speakers got on the stage and they didn't even speak about what they came prepared to speak about because something changed and they said, "Nope, I got to change this up. They need to hear this." And it just flowed. You know, MCs, I helped, Mike stepped in a little bit. Terrence Leftridge really killed it. You know, he filled in the gaps, and the
Yes.
Black Tie Affair was just fun. It was just
Awesome.
fun. We were able to watch a clean comedian show. We
Yeah.
had Morgan Grote perform some beautiful music, and Shauna gave some poetry. She did her little session, and then we just had fun. You know, people were able to just relax.
That's awesome. And so I know people were connecting and they were and are still connecting even after the fact. And so I'd like you, if you would, to tell us a little bit more about one, how can someone become a part of what you do? Because you're giving people the opportunity to come out, to share their love, to share their passion, and help to change lives one person at a time. And here's something that I like that you do. You never let no stop you. You keep moving forward and you're teaching people not to let no stop them too. So folks, listen, if you don't want to let no stop you, if you believe in keeping on, go ahead and put a number 2 in the comment block. If you believe that you should keep on keeping on at becoming the best you can be, put a number 2 in the block below. So tell us, how are you, you know, what's next? When's the next event? How can people connect with you and be one of the speakers?
We, you know, first off, I had some people from my past get on, you know, Facebook and make some nasty comments. This is a scam. Don't buy a ticket. And, you know, I just said, all right, Lord, this is in your hands. You bring the people who you want, and you keep the ones out that don't need to be here. And that's exactly what happened. Those comments stopped, and it just started evolving. And I that was kind of something that I needed to see because it kind of put the faith back in me. And I said, this is needed. So we're not only, we did a virtual in November, which you were part of, and then
Yes.
we did this one. So it was our first kickoff for a live one. So we're doing another virtual in July, the weekend of like the 24th or something like that. I'm not sure if we're going to do 2 days or just one. And then we're doing it again in St. Louis in October. October
Exactly.
21st through 21st to the 23rd. It'll look similar. It'll be the same thing, but we won't be talking about the same stuff. It'll be completely different content, but it's still about becoming the best you. So if you
Awesome.
saw what I spoke about this time, I'm going to be completely on a different subject, and so will everybody else.
And so, you know, one thing, I like your transparency when you talk about the naysayers and all that. And you know, I've got a gentleman that I met some time ago. He is a well-respected young man, and you know, I just wanted to share this because he told the world this right here. He said it was an awesome event, basically. Corey Fox was there. You've seen him in some of the pictures. He said it was an amazing event. We've got Erin Page there. She's tagging people, telling people, come on in, check out the show. Thanks, Erin. We love that. If you haven't tagged the person, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and tag someone. Tag a friend of me. Tell them to come on in because I've got the remarkable Brenda Ringwood with me here tonight, all the way from Kansas. And we've got folks giving you twos and amazing Jill Jacobs Reynolds. She's got a 2+. July virtual. October is going to be live. So you want to make sure you get in where you fit in, because listen, if you miss this, you are going to miss the event, or one of the events of the year. And so let me ask you this: how can people connect with you and get on board with what you're doing?
Well, we have some Facebook groups out there. Becoming the Best You Can Be Facebook group. You can always message me. All my social media is at Brenda Ringwood, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. And then you can go to comechangeyourlife.com and see what's out there. We will be updating the website within the next few days with all of the new stuff that we've got coming. And then you can also go over to Things by Brenda and check out things. Our event in October, we are putting it on a payment plan. You can do it for 7 payments of $50, $350. You can pay it for it in 7 months, but you're going to get some coaching sessions from some of our coaches. You're going to get some marketing advice. You're going to get all kinds of stuff so you get a free virtual ticket with that as well. So we're really trying to make it affordable so you get something out of it. But we want to hear from you. Go check out the 10-day challenge group that we have on Facebook, because it's about a 10-day challenge to becoming a better you. We run these from time to time. Go wherever it's out there. Go find us.
And so not only did you do this, see, here's some more secret sauce, folks. At the event, you also did breakout rooms. So people got extra personal training. You know, sometimes you go to all these events and, you know, it's really great. It's great to meet people, but you don't have that one-on-one moment with people. You don't get to be off in a closed, more intimate setting, if you will, so someone can really take the time to say, well, you know, not only here's my business card, or here's my electronic card, or whatever, but you can, you know, let's really get together. Let's set up something, and maybe, you know, we can do an event or something. But you created that space for them, so that's awesome. That's awesome.
We wanted them to be able to ask questions, to interact, to feel what they needed to say was going to be accepted and heard.
Right. Got it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. So let me ask you this. We've talked about why you came to the show, and I'm so happy that you're here. We talked about why you inspire people and how you inspire people, and why it's so essential for people to work together and share the love and share the experience. Because here's one thing I know: we've got a few show hosts on the show. We've got Mere Tulakima, and many others that actually host shows. And a lot of times we work and we work and we work and we work and we work, and no one ever stops to say, wait a minute, how are you? Are you okay? And that, like Jill Reynolds, she did, you know, an event which in Branson that you were there and I was there. And here's the thing: we don't get, no, I don't know if you were there. You were at
Dr. Mike's, right?
But we don't get the time often just to woosah, just for someone to check in with us and to say we're okay. So I'm going to put you in the hot seat. We're going to take a break in a few minutes, but I'm going to give you some food for thought. What would you share with the people in your words of wisdom of how they can kind of step back and refresh themselves? Because a lot of times we are just so consumed.
We are. And, you know, that's advice that I have to take for myself sometimes, because we get so busy and so tied up that we don't think that we need it, or we'll do it tomorrow, or we'll do it next week. But let me tell you have to do it, because your health is going to take the toll. And if you don't do it, I'm a cancer survivor. I've had spinal meningitis. I've had knee replacements. I've had all kinds of things that's happened to me in my life. And it's because I was burning the candle at both ends, you know, and you don't take time for yourself. You don't heal. If you don't sleep, you get anxiety, stressed, and it's just not healthy. So you got to take that time to decompress.
Yep.
Regardless of what your job is, you're still a human being. You are still one person.
Exactly. So I want our audience, I'd like you to chime in, audience. What do you do to decompress? What do you do to decompress? That's the first thing. And then how do you help others to decompress. And so I'm gonna share something with you guys. Many of you may not know this, but we got Jill Reynolds on here tonight, and she's sharing some great information. That's how you can jump on and get involved with Brenda as well. Come change your life today. You can click on there, and you can also join the Face group. And so Jill was very instrumental most recently in helping me to kind of maneuver through some feelings that I was having about some crises that were going on in my own personal life due to the ailment of my mom. And so it really touched my heart, and it really is important to have people around you to help you kind of woosah, if you will. And then Corey says what he does is fast and prayer for himself. And then he says, take time for yourself. And that's true. So take time for yourself. And if you're not taking time for yourself, if you don't pay now, you will pay later. Okay. So take time for yourself. So thanks, Brenda, for sharing that. So Brenda, I know that folks can go to the group. I know that they can go to the website, and I know that they can follow you on all your social media. But here's something I want to ask you about. I want to shift gears, and I want to talk about your book. Yeah, your book. So we're going to take a quick break, folks. We're going to come right back. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Brenda's book and how you can get it. And you can go on and get it this evening. We'll be right back.
The new season of Lotus Richey Ignite Show, bringing you realness, authenticity, and unparalleled wisdom from top leaders, business professionals, pioneers, and everyday people. Thank you for joining us. Have a great time during the show. Hold on to your seat and buckle up tight as one of the hottest shows on the planet kicks off its new season with great reasons to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. It's the Lotus Richey Ignite Show. Soars to new heights. Welcome to the first guest of the season, author and speaker, Miss Brenda Ringwood. Here's a word from Brenda Ringwood.
Because my actions proved that I was not the person who was going to start that company and do well. My actions prior to that in my teenage years said something completely different about me. But we made that work, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew, and it grew. 25 years later.
Wow. For those of you that's just joining us, we're happy to have you here. We have people from all around the world joining us tonight to hear our guest, Brenda Ringwood. She is an amazing author. She's a speaker. She says she's not a coach, but she helps people to get to where they're going. Okay. And to me, that's taking some coaching. But she's also a fantastic event host, and she's a futuristic thought leader. And if you haven't connected with her yet, I welcome you to go ahead and connect with her. And yeah, these are words of wisdom. These are words of wisdom, because not only is she an overcomer, she helps people to overcome, and she helps people to be consistent. And she also helps people not to let no stop you. And so with that being said, Brenda, I want to kind of get a little more into your book. Okay. So I want to know about one of the books that you have out there. And I know you got it on Amazon. The book is called The Truth Hunts You Down. So tell us about that. And here it is right here. You can see it. It's on Amazon. Tell us a bit about it.
You know, it's just a short book. I wasn't really ready to tell my story, but I needed to tell my story, mainly for myself, and to see that, you know what, I still matter. I still have a purpose. I still have a value. and other people need to see that they do too.
Right.
And I made a lot of mistakes. I made a lot of bad choices, and it's all in there. It's short. It's only about 100 pages. It's the first copy, so there'll be a couple changes in it. We tried to get it out for the event, but it basically talks about what happened to me and what I did to make it through it. And not only make it through it, but to come out better on the other side. And it talks about my relationship with Christ. It talks about my relationship with my family. It talks about my relationship with the people that I hurt, and also the people that hurt me, because it does go both ways. But it mainly talks about, I'm not pointing fingers at them. I'm taking responsibility for my own actions.
Right.
And in order to do that, I had to accept the faults that I had, the wrongs that I did, and not be that person anymore, and to not bring that forward with me, but to leave it back there and make peace with it, to move on.
Right.
Because if you carry it with you, you're never going to be happy. And that's really what the book is about.
Awesome. And so the book is packed full of great information. Not only is it packed full of great information, it can help you overcome some of the struggles and challenges that you are facing in your life. Because after all, the book is going to let you know even more so that you are not alone. Very affordable, only $13.99. I double dog dare you, get the book. Get the book. And if you get the book and let me know, you might get a free cup from the Lotus Richey Ignite show. Okay. But go ahead and get that book. All right. And who knows? You might even get an autographed copy when you show up at one of her events. So with that being said, I'm just overwhelmed with all that you do. And that's not your only book. I know you've got a couple other books, and you're just doing so much in the world. But here's the thing. You said take care of yourself. And I see Angie, she says self-care is an important part of my daily routine. So, audience, what are you doing every day to take care of yourself? And if you don't have a routine yet, it's okay. Share with us what you'd like to do, and then start tomorrow morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so share that. We want to know. And we're going to take a couple comments from folks in the audience. We're happy to have you here. Brenda and Lotus are rock stars. I loved being part of the event and helping with the event, planning negotiations at the hotel and speaking to. Well, right back at you, Jill Jacobs Reynolds and Ezekiel from Caveat, Philippines. Great to have you here. And of course, Corey Fox, always good to have you here. Can't wait to see you, Corey. Can't wait for you to come on the show and talk to us live and in person about your experience. And also, we're looking for Dr. Michael Freeland. Dr. Michael Freeland will be coming on the show soon to talk about his experience, because he was DJing and emceeing and doing a host of things, and I know that it was on fire. So with that being said, got a couple more questions. We can't let you off so quickly. How can we work together to help communities become the best that they can be?
Well, everybody says, self-care and make it about you, but it's really not just about you. You have to start with yourself.
Right.
And then you have to carry that forward, because if you just make it only about you, then you're not doing anything for anybody else. So you got to make yourself a better person, and then you got to carry it forward, and you got to help others do it, because you can't just keep it around and just for yourself, because what good is that? So helping other people in the community, we tend to judge people. We tend to turn our nose up at them, and we don't know what they're going through. We don't know that they maybe just lost a parent or a sibling or a child or their best friend, and they haven't been able to get out of the bed in days because they're depressed. So yeah, they're not dressed right, but they had to get up to go get some groceries. We don't know that maybe they're hurting inside, or they're battling some demons that they just can't let go of. And we tend to make fun of people, and we tend to, I went through cancer. I lost all my hair. That's why I wear it long now, because I went through that. But when I was younger, I remember we would make fun of people like that. You don't know what they're going through.
Yep, that's right.
And until you walk in their shoes, you need to keep your mouth shut, and you need to be there for them instead of making fun of them. And don't be judging them because of their past. Don't be judging them because of their past mistakes, because I guarantee you made some mistakes too.
Yep.
And we need to help others through it. We call it, some of us, we go to church, we say we're going to church, we say we're going to clothe our neighbor as ourselves, we say that we don't do all these things, but do we really act and do the things we should? We should be the same person at home that we are at church, that we are at work, that we are in our community. If you can't do that, you need to go reevaluate yourself.
Wow. I love that. So we don't need to judge. We definitely need to help others. And we always need to be the same. We need to be who we are as we are, because it's about being the best you can be. And sometimes you just have to be the best you can be in the skin that you're in until you're able to kind of change that skin, until you're able to kind of recreate yourself.
Absolutely. And not only recreate, you need to stay recreating yourself. You need to be always changing and motivating yourself and the others, people around you. Because who wants to be that stick in the mud, that negative Nelly? Those people drive you away. The know-it-alls. One of the things I talk about, when you know it all, you fall. Because I was one of those people. I knew everything. I didn't need God. I didn't need you to help me. I'm Brenda Wood. Well, guess what? I fell, and I fell hard, and I'm never going back to that life.
Yep. Yep. And so our friend, and thank you, Brenda, for saying that. And thank you, Corey. He said we need more servant leaders, and that is so true. And our friend Brenda, Jill Reynolds, said that she left this message about her mom, and she wants us to pray. Her stepmom, she is 86 years old and severely depressed and in lots of pain. She said, my stepmom passed away a Sunday morning and fell and fractured her pelvis in 2 places and is in the hospital. I think what you're saying is that she's in the hospital and she's in pain. We will definitely keep her in our prayers. Please make sure you keep her in your prayers. I've had the pleasure of meeting her stepmom, a wonderful lady. And just let's make passed out. She's passed out right now, not passed away. Her stepmother didn't pass away. She just passed out. She's sleeping. She's getting a rest. Beautiful lady, 86 years old, just the salt of the earth. So yes, Miss Reynolds, we will keep you in our prayers, and please keep us in your prayers as well. And thank you for sharing that. So with that being said, I want to offer the opportunity for people to connect with you. So please connect with Brenda. You can hit her up on thingsbybrenda.com. You can also connect with her on comechangeyourlife.com. And if you connect with her, you will change your life. So Brenda, before we get out of here, you've shared some major nuggets, but we want a little more words of wisdom. So what would your words of wisdom to our audience be tonight?
My words of wisdom is that it's never too late. If you want to change, you can do it. The only person that's stopping you is you. Nobody's in charge of your life but you. And if you've got somebody that's controlling you and trying to make it look like that they are in charge of your life, you need to reevaluate the situation, because it is your life. You deserve to be happy. But better yet, you deserve to be the best person that you can be. Your family deserves that. Nobody else matters but you and your family. And when you do that and you put your best foot forward for yourself, for your family, you're going to notice that you get better friends. You have better circles around you, better people in your life that are going to help you through it and not pull you down. Reuben West talks about, are you hanging around zeros or ones? Because you're not going to go anywhere. 0 times 100 is still a 0. And 100 times 1 is still 1. You're not making a change. So get yourself around better people. Get yourself around better situations. Become the better person. Become the better you, so that you can help others do it too. Start being a number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever it is, and multiply what you do in your life. You will be happy. That's my success story, is happiness. It's not money. It's not things. It is about being happy. And you know what? We're bringing a talk show on. It's going to be Becoming the Best You. It's a talk show. And we're going to discuss how people have overcome in situations in their life, because we want to hear what others do and how they've overcome. And then we want to bring that to you so you can see there is hope, and maybe I can do that too. Sometimes we just let fear and doubt stop us dead in our tracks, but you have a purpose, you have a value, you have a worth. And it's okay to be happy. It's okay to become better. It's okay to be you. You don't need to be anybody else. You don't need to wear anybody else's brand. You need to be you. That's my words of wisdom for tonight. Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, I unmuted. I muted myself because I was back there saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. So you came in, you did an awesome mic drop, and I thank you. So folks, you see it on the bottom of the screen. Make sure you connect with Brenda. Just do all that you can, connect with her. Don't forget to go and get her book. Go to Amazon. It's a book that you don't want to miss. You want to have this book on your bookshelf and read it and share it with somebody else. And it's so affordable, only $13.99. You can even gift one of her books to somebody that you know and care about. And so with that being said, we're going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay. So make sure you put some B's in the comments. BRW. BRW. Brenda Ringwood. Send her some love. Okay. Because why not? She needs your love. Awesome, awesome. Well, look, I have had a pleasing plum pleasure to have Miss Brenda Ringwood on my show tonight. And I want to thank each and every one of you for giving Brenda some love. I see some BRWs in there. And for those of you that have stuck with us tonight, watched our new show of the season, and have shared this show, thank you so much. And to our replay viewers, we thank you and we appreciate you. And if you know somebody out there that you want to see on the show, just let me know. And if you want to support this show, we would love to have you support this show. You can support us via Zelle, by PayPal, Cash App, or anything of that nature. And we invite you to follow us on all of our social media, on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and of course, LinkedIn and Alignable. So please make sure you support the Lotus Richey Ignite show. We have great shows coming up and something that you just don't want to miss. And don't forget, we also have Books to Boom Your Business coming up this Friday. We've got two spectacular artists that's going to be on the show, and you don't want to miss the show. And so until we see you again, please make sure you ignite, take flight in every area of your life. And to you and everyone around the world, we bid you a wonderful good night.